guys, thank you guys for coming to this in-service today. As you know, we've been trying to get smoke evacuators for the operating room. So I am doing my senior practicum on smoke evacuation in the OR. So the handout that I gave you is just an overview. We're just going to go over this. I know that we've been working on this for a couple of years now, but I think we're about to close in on it. So the top part says surgical smoke. Don't mask the problem, evacuate it. If you want, whatever you want. That just means exactly what it says. A lot of, in the past, they thought that the masks protected people from the surgical smoke, and it doesn't. The only thing that can protect you are smoke evacuation systems. It says surgical smoke is a dangerous byproduct. It happens whenever you use the cautery on tissue. The tissue then vaporizes, and you breathe that in. It says on the average, a single plume in the operating room on a daily average is like smoking 30 unfiltered cigarettes. Okay, when you go on down through here, it says why should you care about surgical smoke? And it tells you some of the products that come out. There's like over 80 different toxic chemicals that's released in surgical smoke. Some of the ones that you should be concerned about all of them, but the more dangerous ones are the main component in dry cleaning fluid is released, cyanide that's used in chemical warfare, stuff that's used in paint thinner also can cause cancer. Formaldehyde, and everybody knows what that is. That's to preserve air specimens, also used when you embalm people. Stuff that you use to make styrofoam, and benzene is also known as can cause cancer. So those are just a couple of things, just a couple of the 80 that is released whenever you have the surgical smoke that we're breathing every day. Not only are we breathing it, our patients are breathing it. So really what got me started on this, a couple of them, whenever I first became OR manager, we had a survey with the state. And the first question he asked me was, do you have smoke evacuators in your OR? Well, we didn't. And he said, well, it's a recommendation, it's not a requirement, but it's coming. And he said, do you or your staff exhibit any of the signs of having, being exposed to surgical smoke? And I was like, no, I don't think so. Because you think of people off with cancer and things like that. And he said, well, do you ever experience headaches? Do you experience nausea, dizziness, things like this, which I keep Excedrin in my office. So we all have a little bit of that. So this right here is just telling you some of the problems that could come from inhaling surgical smoke. Chronic and respiratory changes, we have people back here, especially Becky, she's had some issues with her breathing. Cardiovascular dysfunction, dizziness or lightheadedness, nasopharyngeal lesions, nausea, vomiting, anemia, cancer, HIV, dermatitis, eye irritation, headaches, weakness, hypoxia, leukemia, hepatitis, and colic. Those are just to name a couple of things that can happen just from inhaling surgical smoke. So the only answer really is to have a smoke evacuator in the room. So we are in the process. I think, we had Buffalo Filter come and they did a demonstration with us. Smoke evacuators, you use the Bovie tip cancels, but they're connected to suction, which goes through a filter. The filter, when it's full, the machine will let you know, and you discard it in the biohazard waste because it is biohazard. Okay? So hopefully, and as you can see on the bottom of the page, it'll show you what it looks like when you use the smoke evacuator and what it looks like when you don't. So hopefully in the near future we'll have this in our operating room. I hope. Any questions about anything? Okay.
What if we have a surgeon that refuses to use the evacuator, or is it going to be mandatory that they have to use it?
Or in the policy, I just wrote up a policy that's in the process of getting approved, that it will be mandatory on all the cases. I will tell you, the biggest gripe that I have heard, some of the surgeons that have used them in the past, they say they're noisy. They're like, a lot of the surgeons don't like it to be noisy. They're noisy. But with these smoke evacuators that we'll be getting, there's a sensor on it. So whenever you use the pen, it comes on. When you're not, it goes off. So it's not constantly running. It's not constantly doing that. It will just do it whenever you absolutely need it. For the most part, in the Department of Surgery meeting, every surgeon wants them. A couple of them had said, well, they're noisy. They're noisy. That's going to get on our nerves. But I'm hoping with the advanced technology and it'll, cut off, it won't be as bad as as what it would any other time.
Okay.
So this will be healthy for us, and also our patients are breathing this. So it's not just us, you know, it's our patients are breathing this too. I will tell you, there's only one area that it's mandatory in Rhode Island. They passed a law, and they have, by this spring, to show documentation that they are entirely smoke-free. So, and that's coming everywhere. It really is coming. It's just a matter of time. AORN now, they have a clean air project to where in your facility, if you can show that you are 100% clean air using smoke evacuators and stuff, they have this big program that they're putting, you know, different hospitals in, which was a good thing. But it's just a matter of time. You know, like I said, Rhode Island was the first one last year, so we will be soon. And we need it. We need to be safe.
Yes. Okay, we do.
All right, well, thank you guys. I appreciate you coming.
All right, thank you, Melanie.
Thank you.
Thank you.